Testing, 1, 2, check. Testing, check, check. Alright. Hey guys, how's it going? Today we are going to be, I'm going to be discussing my opinion as to, what I think Dutch was like, and if he was really a bad man the entire time, or if gradually he became bad. We're going to be looking at, points in the story, journal entries, and everything that we, can think, anything else that we can think of. Now for this first entry, I'm going to be discussing whether or not he was always bad. Personally, I don't think he was always bad, and there is evidence for that in the story that we are going to delve into. There's some journal entries here I gotta try and find. First one is going to be when Arthur, after he gets rescued, or after he gets free from the O'Driscolls. You're going to be figuring out whether or not because a lot of people think, well, why didn't Dutch save Arthur from the O'Driscolls? Why did Arthur have to free himself? And I'm going to be finding out the answer to that here. Let me find it. Because Arthur mentioned something in his journal about Dutch. How Dutch was, let's find it. Right, where is it? I'm just reading through it, little bits here. Yeah, right here, because Dutch doesn't actually rescue Arthur, but it says right here, more by luck than judgment, I escaped and somehow got back here more dead than alive and collapsed into bed for a few feverish days. After much nursing from Miss Grimshaw and Miss Tilly and much guilt-ridden apologies from Dutch over his stupidity, I survived okay. So, therefore, Dutch was sincere about his apologies to Arthur for not rescuing him. So I think that shows that Dutch, even though he didn't go rescue Arthur, he cared about Arthur and was worried about him. And if we look back even further to before the game takes place, and listen to dialogue from Arthur and John and all of them, Dutch rescued them when they were children, if you remember, if you're here. Because Arthur says that he was with the gang since he was 15. And John was rescued by Dutch when he was 11. If he was really a bad man, then why would he rescue children who were orphans? So there's that to go off of. And that's just some evidence I have there. And then if we replay some story missions, that's what we'll do. We'll play some story missions to get some insight to Dutch. Okay, here's a good mission to replay. This is, it's the, mission Urban Pleasures, when we rob the trolley station. There's some dialogue in it that, people don't really, know of. But personally, I think Dutch was a good guy because he saved children and he saved gang members. And if you are gone from camp for too long as Arthur, Dutch will eventually send someone out to look for you, which is interesting to note. Now people will be like, well, if Dutch was a good guy, how come he
There you are. Come on, keep walking. You're
killed
late.
the woman in Guarma? How come he killed the woman in Guarma? And, well, that is, that was proven that he,
Help me!
well, she pulled a knife on them.
Don't move a goddamn
She pulled a knife on them in the mission. So, like, that, so Dutch didn't really have a choice.
It's your choice.
Now, I'm just doing this right here.
Kindly open that gate.
I'm doing this mission here because there's just one scene. There's just one bit of dialogue that we get if we kill this guy.
Open the gate and let my acquaintance.
There's nothing much here.
What? Of course.
There's nothing really here.
You're sure?
All right.
Yes.
Once we get this open.
Then get out here and get ready for company. All of you, behave. We don't want to hurt any of you. Mr. M, check the safe.
Here we are. Now, listen to what Dutch says if we kill this guy.
What are you doing? Put the damn gun down. Hey, that is not what we do, damn it. You know that.
See, he says that's not what we do. And then even in Red Dead 1, it's implied that Dutch and they were Robin Hood-like figures. They stole money from people who didn't deserve it and gave it to those who did. There's even a newspaper scrap that on Arthur's tent that we can read after this. But yeah, Dutch right there, he says that's not how we do things. Meaning they don't kill in cold blood.
Leave these fine folks of their valuables. Mr. S, check that room back there. I got this one. Fine.
So that is something that I found out recently. That I was like, that is interesting to note. And
Give me your money.
there's like if you hang around camp long enough, there's lots of encounters where it like implies that Dutch was a good guy, and like how he rescues the gang,
You're sure?
and he'll break Arthur out of jail if you get arrested sometimes. I know there's like some jailbreak cutscenes, and I know a couple of them involve Dutch breaking Arthur out of jail, which is
We don't want to hurt any of you.
why would he break him out of jail if he doesn't care about the gang?
Mr. M, check the safe.
Sure. Open it.
So that's just something
I don't
there
think
to
they
note.
keep much cash in there.
And
Open it.
he rescues Sadie Adler in the first mission of the game. I'll replay that mission too, the very first mission, and we'll get.
There's almost nothing
Something Dutch
here.
says
There
there
should
that
be stacks of cash in there. He told
there's
us there
something in
was.
there that
Look
Dutch
again.
There's no
says
stacks.
that
A
is
few
interesting to
dollars and
note.
coins. That's it.
Damn.
We got a problem. There's a ton of cops.
I'll just skip cutscenes. But the reason I'm still playing the mission is because there's this next part here.
Hold them off, fellas.
Once the trolley crashes,
Look out on the right.
it's what I think leads
Watch
to
those side alleys,
Dutch's
Arthur.
descent into madness, and why I think he was good and just gradually turned bad.
Some riders. This side.
Arthur, cover our left. Letty. You all right there, kid?
I think.
Arthur, coming out of the bank on the right. Day is gonna pay for this. Outside the saloon.
Yeah, we're just gonna.
Oh, damn.
I'm sure
We
everyone
are
knows
really
this.
moving here.
Everyone knows this theory, and I think it holds.
Slow this thing down.
So watch this here. The trolley's going too fast. We try to pull the brake, but
The
it's
thing's
broke.
broke.
Yeah, the thing's broke. And then walk it up and stuff. Crash. Yeah, we get injured, and it's implied throughout the rest of the mission. Yeah, see Dutch right there, he's grabbing his head. It's believed that it's a lot of people think, and I'm one of the people that think that Dutch received a concussion from that incident.
Just about.
And So, and I'm not a doctor, obviously, but I'm pretty sure symptoms of concussion are change of personality
You take
and mood
right, Lenny.
swings.
Dutch?
I'm not positive, but that is something that I'm pretty sure of, and that would fit Dutch because this is right at the end of chapter 4. We're at the end of chapter 4, and that's right about that point in the game where Dutch starts going a little bananas. So that's what I think is that he got a concussion in this mission, and sort of led to
Okay, let's move.
his the difference in personality. And because he says, like I said in that beginning there, he says that's not how we do things when we kill people in cold blood. So that's something good to know there. And
You all right, Dutch?
I won't
another
lie.
thing that we don't need to play the rest. I just want to do that for the for that information for that bit. There is that's not how we do things, and when he gets injured, and we'll replay the first mission of the game, the first ever mission, because that one also has some details that would imply that Dutch is a good guy. So we'll check some of that stuff out. And then another thing that we can point out is the way he reacts to Jack being kidnapped by the Braithwaites. We will replay that mission too, because his reaction is quite interesting for someone who allegedly doesn't care about their gang and only cares for themselves. So there's that. We're just like I said, I think he's a good guy that gradually turned evil because he rescued orphans and street kids who had nothing, and he raised them and was like a father to them. So I think he was always a good man, but the events of the story kind of like turned him into a bad man, because he does care, because he is always doing things for the gang, and it's just interesting to me how people don't really take into note some of this stuff. And this is all all information that I know I'm not good at this stuff, but this is something, this is just what I'm noticing and stuff that I realize after 8 playthroughs of this game and 10 playthroughs of Red Dead 1. Now, if we look here at this mission, Blood Feuds, Ancient and Modern, when we find out Jack is kidnapped, watch it happen. Listen to Dutch's reaction.
Arthur, have you seen the boy, Jack?
No.
Where's my goddamn son? Where is he? Where's my son? They took him, didn't they? They took my son.
Who took him?
We think the Braithwaite woman took him.
Oh.
But Kieran saw a couple of fellows sound like Braithwaite boys.
Where's my son? If anything, where is my son, Dutch Van Der Linde?
We will find him, we will bring him back to you, and we will kill any fool that had the temerity to touch one hair on that boy's head. Abigail, you have my word.
Just get me back, my son.
See,
I will get that boy back. So
if he doesn't care about the gang, why would he have that kind of reaction?
We just heard about Jack. You need some extra guns?
Yeah, why not? Micah, Kieran, anyone strange turns up, you kill him. Rest of you, let's ride.
Because if he doesn't care about the gang, why would he have that kind of reaction?
Let's go get that boy
to
back.
4-year-old Jack being kidnapped. The whole gang is riding out.
They must.
Let's see, who we got riding out with us here? Let's see. We got Dutch himself, we got Bill, Charles, Hosea, Javier, John, Lenny, and Arthur. Now that is, that's 8 gang members. 8 of the strongest, most notorious, and powerful outlaws out there. So why would he bring all these men to rescue someone
Yeah,
if
we
he
just
doesn't really care
got
about the
shot to
gang?
hell by the Greys in town.
I know, I heard about Sean too. I don't want to even think about that right now. We have to focus.
You see, and he's
on
also
Jack.
like, he doesn't even want to think about Sean being killed right now, because like that's just like, he's heartbroken by
I
that.
swear,
So like it
I'll
just,
kill every...
I don't think that he was a bad man. And if we go into if we load up an Arthur save file here, what one? Let's just load up a chapter 2 save. That's one I can think of. That'd be good. We can read the newspaper scrap of Arthur's first bank robbery, which also would imply that Dutch was a good man. Oh yeah, so here we are in Horseshoe Overlook Chapter 2. There's just one thing here that, at Arthur's tent that would imply that Dutch was a good man. It's Arthur's first bank robbery. First bank robbery scrap. Examine. Yeah. First bank robbery, newspaper scrap, April 15th, 1887. Brazen bank robbery. 3 men saw it. Major T.J. Belford has been a cashier at the banking house of Lee and Hoyt for a number of years, but nothing prepared him for what transpired last week. It was about 2 o'clock. 3 men, strangers to me, came through the door and walked up to the counter. One of them, the eldest of the 3, was a fine talker and engaged me in conversation. That would be Hosea. Suddenly the largest, a big, sullen young man, brandished a firearm and held it up to my face. That'd be Dutch. Throw your hands up, the third one said. That'd be Arthur, who appeared to be the boss. Or no, that would be Dutch, I guess. Arthur is the big one. The young man, I guess. Yeah. And then the leader, Dutch. The third one said, who appeared to be the boss. The other 2 reported the order with a... Throw up your hands, the third one said, who appeared to be the boss. The other 2 reported the order with an oath, and the leader said, my fine patriotic friends and I are going to relieve you of that gold and introduce a few folks to the benefits of civilization. They came around the corner and grabbed some sacks which contained 5,000 in gold. They demanded to know where the rest of the money was, and I pointed out 3 sacks containing silver, but it was too bulky for them. They retreated, and one warned against sounding the alarm. I was never so terrified in my life, Mr. Belford told the reporter. The robbers are reported to have lingered in town, and there are unproven claims that the men traveled to hovels and shanties and even a home for orphans and gave handfuls of the ill-gotten gains to the poor. So, does that sound like a bad man who's only out for himself to rob a bank and then hand out all the money to orphans and poor people? No, it doesn't. And that is part of the reason why I think Dutch was a great man. Or was not great, but a good man to begin with. Because he did that, and he raised the gang from young ages. And yeah, I just wanted to point some of that stuff out. And there's some more stuff we can replay missions to figure out too. Alright, let's try now. Some more missions. We'll do the very first mission of the game, which has some interesting things to note. Outlaws from the West here, yeah. We'll play this mission here because there's some good things to note in it. Like when Dutch saves Sadie and all that. We can skip the majority of the stuff. We only get to the part where we're at the house with Sadie and all them, and when we rescue her. Skip this stuff here.
Come on! Yeah!
Like this first speech here is something to note too.
Bring him in here!
Miss Gaskell, get that fire lit, quick. Miss Jones, bring in whatever blankets we have. Mr. Pearson, see what we've got in terms of food.
Davy's dead.
There was nothing more you could have done.
What are we gonna do? We need supplies.
Well, first of all, you're gonna stay here, and you are gonna get yourself warm. Now, I sent John and Micah scouting out ahead. Arthur and I, we're gonna ride out, see if we can find one of them. And this, just for a short bit. And I don't see what other choice we have. Listen. Listen to me, all of you, for a moment. Now, we've had, well, a bad couple of days. I loved Davy, Jenny, Sean, Mac. They may be okay. We don't know. But we lost some folks. Now, if I could throw myself in the ground in their stead, I'd do it gladly. But we are gonna ride out and we are gonna find some food. Everybody, we're safe now. There ain't nobody following us through a storm like this one. And by the time they get here, well, we're gonna be long gone. We've been through worse than this before. Mr. Pearson, Miss Grimshaw, I need you to turn this place into a camp. We may be here for a few days. Now, all of you, get yourselves warm. Stay strong. Stay with me. We ain't done yet. Come on, Arthur.
All right.
Now you see, like, that whole speech there, like, I just don't see anything in that would imply that he's a bad man and he doesn't care about the gang.
Okay.
Nothing in that would, to me, implies any of that stuff. Like, how he was encouraging him to stay warm and strong after everything he'd been through. And
Stay close.
how he was saying that he loved and cared about the gang members that passed.
Been 2
Like, I
days
just,
or more like this
nothing
now.
to me implies
Oh,
that
it has to blow over
he's
soon.
faking it.
Whoa. Careful over this bridge here.
Now we're just gonna play through a bit of this. We're gonna play through the mission and then get the part where he rescues Sadie and.
Can't believe we lost
All right.
Davy, too.
He's the last one, Arthur. No more. We need to get those people warm and fed.
At least we don't need to worry about Pinkertons tailing us in this.
A couple more days, we'll be on the...
I suppose, like, while we're on the ride, I can tell you some stuff. Like, some more evidence that suggests he was a good man is, there's this one portion in the game where Arthur says to, it's in the final mission for Arthur. It's when you rescue Abigail. I think it's the low honor version when you go to rescue Abigail. Arthur will say to Sadie on the way to Van Horn that Dutch at one point yelled at Arthur for robbing a man who was an innocent farmer who had less money than they did. And Dutch said that Arthur was a bad person for Arthur was bad. It was bad of Arthur to do that because he was no poorer and innocent than they were, and that Arthur was no better than the people they were trying to fight against for doing that. So that is something worth noting, is that Dutch got mad at Arthur for robbing a homestead owned by an innocent farmer. So that is something there. And another thing, like, even in Chapter 3, like, if you hang around camp long enough, some people don't know that there's actually a camp dog in the gang. There's a dog in the gang that he wanders into camp in Chapter 3. His name is Kane. He's found by Jack Marston, and Dutch says to it, and Jack says to Dutch, "Whose dog is this?" And then Dutch says, "He's ours," because he doesn't have anything to prove that he's owned by anyone. So Dutch lets Jack Dutch lets little Jack keep the dog, the stray dog. So if he was a bad man, why would he end up not letting Jack keep a dog? So, and then when further questioning by Arthur says that Arthur says to Dutch, "Are you gonna let him keep it?" And then Dutch says, after everything he's been through, the boy needs something. So therefore, he gets a dog. Like, Dutch gives a 4-year-old a dog. Like, if he's a bad man, why would he do that? So those are just some points to suggest that Dutch is a good guy. And we'll do some more here. Let's turn up the audio again. Play through the rest of this mission.
Let's keep it down now, gentlemen. It's just up ahead.
Alright, let's go.
Okay, let's head down there.
Yeah.
This first mission really, like, sheds some light on, and it gives a lot of good
Let's hitch up here.
points to suggest that Dutch is a good guy. He wasn't always bad.
Let me do the talking. We don't want to scare these folks.
Now I know where to go, so I'm going to get in position, get ready.
Sounds like quite the party.
You two, get yourself out of sight. One lonely man is a lot less intimidating than 3 nasty-looking degenerates. Hello?
Shut up, Billy.
Excuse me? Hello? Oh, well, hello, friend.
What you want?
I am very sorry to disturb you. My friends and I, well, we got into some trouble up the way, lost in the storm. Ah, gentlemen.
We can't help you, mister.
I got folks
Arthur.
dying on the trail.
Arthur, we got a problem. There's a corpse right here.
Now, I just
Arthur,
need some
there's a
cans
body
of food
in the
or
wagon.
something.
Here.
Alright, so I'm not gonna play the rest out. I won't play the rest of it out. I can't, because I'm gonna be continuing our Red Dead 1 playthrough on the channel soon, and I'm going to play through this shortly after. Just like doing this for the points that for Dutch, for this video for Dutch.
Goddamn bastards, you're dead now! One of them's making a run for it!
Out there by himself. Arthur, I said I'd handle this.
Didn't seem to be going too well.
Goddamn O'Driscoll boys here.
There we go, we'll just move on.
Micah, don't bring the horses.
I ain't too worried about
Arthur, let's go.
being gold because I already got it.
Smells like a party in here.
Turn the place upside down. Grab as many supplies as you can. We need the essentials. Food, medicine, whiskey.
I'm starving.
You should eat something now. Get your strength up for the ride back.
Big old pool of blood on the floor here.
I saw.
Probably the poor bastard who lived here. Micah found a dead body in the wagon outside. Huh. Looks like the poor bastard was married, too. At some point.
If we can't eat it or drink it, put it down.
I always find that funny. Don't know why. Alright, yeah, I'm just like taking what we can to trigger the rest of the mission.
Believe it.
It's a strange one, all right. Maybe they're hiding up here, too. There's a big price on Colm O'Driscoll's head. Nearly as big as the one on yours.
One Colm dead is about the only thing me and Uncle Sam agree on.
Place is
Alright, see you
dry,
outside, Dutch.
warm. We could maybe move the women and Jack down here.
Maybe. We'll see how they are when we get back. I don't really want us to split up. Keep searching.
Yeah,
while
like,
I
see why he does
pack
want the
these
gang
on
to
the
split up.
horses.
Going out now,
Grab anything you think we can use.
just so we can move
and
through
meet
the
me
mission.
up here. Micah, Arthur, keep looking for stuff. Arthur, go see if there's anything in that barn. Micah, you search the cabin, see what we missed.
Sure.
Bastard shot my cousin! Well, he started it! I'm gonna break your neck!
What's going on?
Now, this guy just jumped me!
Oh, did he now?
Sneaky little bastard. Should I kill him?
No.
Yeah, like he even says, "Don't kill the
Not yet.
O'Driscoll." Like
Find out what they're doing here.
he's a
And
member
where
of the
Colm
rival
is.
gang, so why would
Oh,
he
this
want
son of a
him to?
bitch will
Like,
talk.
it would just make sense.
Where's Colm O'Driscoll?
With the others. At an old mining camp southwest of here. Near the lake.
What are you bastards doing? Why are you up here?
We're fixing to rob some train. Gonna blow the tracks. I don't know more than that, I swear.
Well, I would say it looks like you have this, Arthur. Do what you want with him. I don't care. But bring that horse when you're done. Oh.
I don't know.
Get the hell out of here. Go.
And you see, like, if you guys are saying, well, why would he say, do what you want with him, I don't care? If he was a good guy, he would say, let him go. Well, you gotta think, he's an O'Driscoll. He's a member of a rival gang. Not just any rival gang. The sworn enemy of his gang, of his gang. So, like, doing whatever we want, like killing him or not, makes sense in this mission. And, because Dutch suggests not to kill him, and then says, do what you want with him. So, it's like, don't kill him. And just this next part of the mission here, the cutscene and all that.
Yeah, figured he won't get far in this anyway.
That looks like a decent horse. You should keep him.
Another good thing he does there, like, he gives Arthur a horse. He gives Arthur a horse. Like, he could just say, oh, that's a nice horse, Arthur. Let's bring him back. He doesn't say you should keep him or anything. So, yeah.
Oh, look what I found in the cellar. Wild thing, eh?
Then Dutch's reaction here.
I wasn't doing nothing. She's one of them O'Driscolls.
No, she ain't, Michael. Look at her. Miss. Are you...
Oh, you fool! Michael!
He even calls Mike a fool.
Miss. Now, it is going to be okay. We mean you no harm. Miss. Come on. It'll be okay. We need to get out of here, and quick. Come on now. Oh. You okay, miss?
They came 3 days ago. And my husband, they...
Miss, you are safe now. And you can't stay here. You come with us. Arthur.
Miss, it's okay. We're bad men. We ain't them. It's okay. Get on. We'll keep you safe until you figure out what you want to do.
What's your name, miss? Miss.
Adler.
Adler.
Sadie Adler. Mrs. He was my husband.
So, that right there, like, when Micah says she's one of them O'Driscolls, Dutch could have easily just said, when Micah says she's one of them O'Driscolls, Dutch says, no, she's not, look at her. Dutch could have easily just, if he's a bad man, he could have easily just said, yeah, she is an O'Driscoll, kill her. But no, he says that she is an O'Driscoll, and then they save her, and they take her in. So I just don't think that if he was a bad man out for himself, he would have done that. And the next part of the video we're going to talk about is like what I think happened to Dutch, and when do I think it happened, and what his action and what I think about his actions more in the end of the game and RDR1. Alright, here we go. So, what do I think of Dutch? And what do I think happened to him? And when do I think it happened to him? I think Dutch was a good man with good intentions in the beginning of the game. And throughout the course of the game. But over time, he got caught up in the money, in the power, and he let that get to his head. And the injury on the trolley, I think what happened there is that led to his descent into madness and was part of the reason why he became a bad guy. And then losing Hosea shortly after his injury on the trolley also was a part of that. So him getting injured on the trolley and losing Hosea shortly after all corresponded with his descent into madness. And then Micah being the one in his ear, listening to him, didn't help at all. And what do I think him killing Micah meant? Well, I think that meant that he sort of realized that Micah was the bad guy and that the gang was done and that he was failing. I think he realized that, and he realized Micah was at fault for doing that. And as sort of like a last stand sort of thing, he decided he was gonna put Micah down and say, "Fuck you, Micah. This is what you get for ruining my family." And then in his death in RDR1, when he falls off the cliff and dies, he commits suicide. I think that was also his part of his redemption arc, his personal redemption arc. And it was also his realization that, like, even after killing Micah and getting justice for his family or the gang, wasn't enough. Like him killing Micah didn't really fix it all and didn't get it all back, and he felt bad, and that's why he committed suicide. And I also think the reason he didn't kill John in RDR1, if you remember when John is using the binoculars, looking over Dutch's camp, Dutch shoots the binoculars and it knocks John out. He's a good shot. If he's that good of a shot, why didn't he just shoot John and kill him? Well, because he adopted John and took him in as a son when he was only 11. So, basically, John is like his son. John and Arthur were like his sons. He was like a father to them, and he couldn't bring himself to killing his own son. So, I think that Dutch was a good man with good intentions, but the power of being a leader and having money got to his head, and the concussion that he got from the trolley robbery and losing Hosea shortly after did not help with him getting caught up in the money and power. And then him committing suicide and killing Micah is his redemption arc in getting justice for the Van Der Linde gang, who he considered family. Hope you guys enjoyed my theory and my review on what I think Dutch is. Please come back again soon where I discuss, because I'm going to continue my Red Dead Redemption 1 playthrough. I'm also going to discuss whether or not I think Micah was a rat. And yeah, peace.